everyone, and welcome to She Rides, the podcast where women's cycling takes lead. I'm Sarah.
And I'm Christoph, and today we're diving into the latest race results and hot topics in women's cycling.
And we have a guest joining us to share her story. Let's get started. Ready? Hello everyone, and welcome to episode 22 of She Rides. We're in the Holy Week actually, and we're recording with a cycling who was at the start on Sunday and will be next Sunday. Hi Margot.
Hello, good evening.
Maybe before we start, can you just tell us shortly who are you?
I'm Margot. I'm 26 years old, and I'm a pro cyclist for Volker Wessel's pro cycling team.
Nice. We're super happy to have you here. But Margot, it wasn't always cycling, right? I saw some pictures. You were into horse riding?
Yeah, correctly. My whole youth, I think for 10 years, I was in the, how do you say that? Horseback riding, mainly jumping and riding young horses. So yeah, the stable was my second home for a long time. Spent a lot of time there, and but then when I was 18 years old, I went studying to Bruges. Went on a study room there. So yeah, horseback riding wasn't possible anymore because of you go there and you're only home in the weekends. So yeah, then I searched something else, and I bought a bicycle.
Nice. And then you started actually in cycling through Koersvrouwen and Kopvrouwen. What made you decide to participate in the project?
Yeah, before I was just like riding, not competitive, just in the weekends with some groups with some men, and then I think the first project was Koersvrouw, and I thought that maybe looks nice to start that. And also I met there Valerie Genard. That was I was just in the beginning of that project, and I think the first ride of the 40-hour challenge was that. I was hit by a car by a drunken man, and there broke a little bone in my hand. So that was the end of the Koersvrouw story. But then the next project came, and that was Kopvrouwen. Also very nice. I did that together with my sister-in-law. She also loved it to ride, and that were some training rides and just learning the basics of riding, and could also do a little fun race, and then it started.
Yeah, you could say so. Things started then, Margot. Things escalated very quickly, right? Things, it went from just 1 year at Kariempek. For people who don't know, it's a Belgian team that's a development team, I think, a club team where a lot of riders start here in Belgium. But then after just 1 year, you signed with Park Hotel, so the Volker Wessels team back then. How did that transition happen? It went all so fast, I can imagine. Did you realize what was happening, or were you just like, I go with the flow?
No, yeah, it was mainly go with the flow. Yeah, with KDM Pack, I had a really nice time. That was only 1 year, but yeah, could really learn the basics. Had a lot of fun with the girls. Um, it was just yeah on a very low level, but yeah, made it just really nice. Also, yeah, you went to races all by yourself, needed to check your bike yourself. Yeah, I also had a lot of help from Leonard, my boyfriend, but it's like on a total other level. And then I came in contact with Park Hotel, and that was also always a team where I yeah really looked up to because of their way of riding, very attractive style, and yeah, that was a bit like a dream coming true to go to them. And then yeah, it was a big change because then you sign a little contract and then you you get a bike and get a lot of clothes, and I was like, wow, yeah, really nice.
Yeah, and it comes with expectations. You're expected now to train a lot more, I think,
Yeah, for sure.
or at
Yeah,
least a lot more
that,
serious. That
yeah. But yeah, and indeed, the first year with Parkhotel, the expectations were also not so high. Also because I combined it still with uh, working and then as a physio.
Mhm.
So
Yeah. Y-
yeah,
Yeah, you just said the expectations weren't so high, but the results were there already. And just your second season, you managed to finish eighth already in Brabantse Pijl while still combining cycling with physio. Was that a surprise for you? It was, of course, for the outside world and definitely for Sporza for sure. But how did you manage to balance everything? Because now the expectations come on top as well, and you're still like developing and growing as a cyclist. So,
Um, yeah, I remember very good at that moment in Brabantse Pijl. I was also thinking by myself of what am I doing here in the front group when it was an attack by Marlene Reuster. So yeah, that was a really weird and also special feeling. Um, but yeah, that moment. Yeah, the balance between working as a physio, I really enjoyed that period also because it was not like cycling alone, but you had something else to focus on. And yeah, I had a nice balance. I had also great colleagues who helped me there and who could arrange a nice planning where I could combine cycling and training next to working. It was also, I was a physio, not in a, how do I say that? Yeah, it was in a hospital.
yeah.
So it was much more easy to combine. And they were very flexible. So that was nice to work with.
Yeah. And did the job as a physio in a hospital help you to cope with managing expectations and then your rapid growth in women's cycling? Because I can imagine it's not for everyone so easy. Then you all of a sudden, especially in Flanders, you become eighth in the Brabantse Pijl, so you're like top of mind of everyone here. Everyone expects something from you all of a sudden. Do we have a new Kopecky? Just small exaggeration, but
No,
that's the questions that come in Flanders, right? That's maybe not
yeah,
realistic, but it happens. So
no, I don't feel this pressure or
Mhm.
I just go my own path and my own way, and it's much different as a as a Justine or Lotte, and yeah, it's
It doesn't
different
it
to
doesn't give you
describe.
necessarily stress that rapid growth you
No,
had. No, you
no,
just had like you
no,
can cope with
certainly
it.
not.
Good.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. That's a good thing because I can imagine it's not so easy for everyone to do. You just roll in, and after 3 years, you're like a name in the peloton. And it's like, whoa, what's happened here? So,
Yeah, I think it's also like the West Flemish mentality, just to keep your feet on the ground and take it, yeah, day by day, not to, yeah.
yeah. And then something completely different, Margot. What's your favorite race on the women's calendar?
That's a good one. For sure, the Flemish Spring Classics I like the most because of yeah, just uh, the yeah, how do you say that?
The atmosphere, home
Yeah,
crowds.
Yeah.
yeah, indeed, Saar. A good thanks for helping me out. But yeah, for sure, Gent-Wevelgem, it's a race that is very close to my heart, and also Flanders. But I must say, this year I rode for the first time Strade, and that was also very cool. Yeah.
Tuscany in the sunshine, it's never a bad thing in spring.
No, no. Also very special atmosphere, and with the many, how do you say that, tifosi,
Yeah.
yeah, very special.
Yeah, nice. And then what are you most proud of in your young career so far? A special result or special attitude or something you like, I'm very proud of this.
Um, yeah, much proud of. Maybe like selections with the Belgian team. That's something I think it's yeah very special. It's yeah a great honor to put like a blue jersey on and go all in. It's just a special feeling, and yeah, certainly like the Olympics, what came very unexpected, and yeah, I'm quite proud of that.
hmm Yeah, you should. And then a question that Mieke Dox very much liked when we asked her, but if we could predict Margot Vanpachtebeke standing on the top step of the podium in the future, which race would it be, and why?
Yeah, then I need to say Gent-Wevelgem
Yeah.
just because of it's a home race. It's not the race that suits me the best, but just for home crowds and yeah, the fans and family friends, uh, that would be a dream.
Mhm. Yeah,
Hmm.
because for the listeners, Margot is from Lauwe, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
Yeah,
not
that's
Menen,
like
but lower.
yeah, that's like in the middle of Gent-Wevelgem almost, right? So you're
Hmm.
just like in the heart of the
But
Gent-Wevelgem
it was
parcours.
noticeable because the crowds in Ypres, you were like a rock star. It was so cool.
Yeah, I was also quite surprised by that. Um, yeah, it's yeah such a special feeling, and then you see cycling is much more than that, and yeah, yeah, very beautiful.
Hmm. Then we go back a bit in time. So after your strong performances in 2023, you had a serious crash. How bad was it actually?
Yeah, that was quite bad. That happened in Baloise Belgium tour.
No surprise.
Um, yeah, yeah, I think I broke 10 bones in total. So, but the most, yeah, the bad ones were those. I had two broken cervical spines. That was yeah, that was this. placed fractures, so that was quite bad. Also, some ribs broken, some other vertebra. So yeah, that was a very hard crash. And I remember that moment very good. Yeah, after the crash, the car was next to me with the two DS's, Sport and Ray. And I thought, okay, yeah, it feels a bit stiff, but yeah, maybe I can go again. The bike was already off the rooftop. And then, yeah, a few minutes later, I became a bit dizzy. And then there came a very wise decision of Bart that said like, yeah, we're not going to do that. Just jump in the ambulance. And yeah, went to a few hours later. I was in the hospital. And then the doctor came with, yeah, after some onderzoek, hoe zei je dat?
Researches.
Yeah, that. They came with the bad news. But I think 1 week before, I had a call from Ludwig Willems, the bondscoach, and with the good news that I was selected for the Worlds in Glasgow. So yeah, then I said to the doctor, yeah, okay, but within 4 weeks I need to be at the start line of a Worlds. I think I underestimated the fractures a bit. No, yeah, that was mentally very hard, very hard period. Yeah.
Yeah, I
As a
can
physio,
imagine.
Margot, underestimating the fractures. Like, nah, I'll be okay in 4 weeks.
Yeah, I think it was a bit. I was a bit high in the sky of the medication. Yeah.
And as you mentioned, you had pretty bad injuries. How difficult was the comeback?
It was a long way. Luckily, I had a lot of help of Jeroen Brakenveld, who was also a very good physio, and he had also some experience with those fractures, and he helped me quite good. But yeah, a long way. You see the whole team, other girls just like racing, and everything went well, and you sit there, yeah, just doing. Couldn't race. Also mentally was very hard. But then with little steps, um, yeah, coming back stronger, they say. It was a long winter then. And then you start next season with, yeah, not many expectations. Um, yeah, difficult period to think about.
Yeah, I get that, but you said you come into the seasons with not many expectations, but there you won your first pro race, a stage in the Thüringen Tour. You even wore the leader's jersey there a couple of days. Uh, can you describe the day and the emotions of the day?
Yeah, that was bizarre. Um, I really like Thüringen. It's such a beautiful stage race. And we were with the whole team like immediately in the race. Also with some attacks from the other girls. And then it was like after a mountain come, the peloton felt a bit. It stopped a bit, and then I saw a moment. Just without thinking, went for it. And yeah, I had a really good companion with Ruth Edwards. Yeah, we found each other, and I don't remember how much kilometers it was, but the gap kept on growing. And then only the last kilometers, yeah, believed in it, that maybe it would be possible. And then you also had the thing with the train.
Yeah.
Way.
Yeah, but yeah, they calculated the time.
Yeah.
So yeah, and then the last K, Bart said to in my in communication, just stay in the wheel, and then yeah, just sprint. Yeah, I went a bit too early, but doesn't matter. Won, and yeah, I really couldn't believe it. Very special feeling. Just the first race. Yeah,
It
very
was
special.
it was 57K in the break, says Pro Cycling Stats.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, it's quite a lot. It felt yeah, it felt a bit less, but yeah, doesn't matter. Yeah, Ruth was also very strong. Without her, we wouldn't make it. But then the few days later, yeah, suddenly you don't only win the stage race, but also yeah, you need to defend. We needed to defend it as a team the leader jersey, so was the first time in this situation as a like little team between SD Works and Trek, and yeah, that was I think we learned a lot about that experience, and yeah, for sure came stronger.
Yeah, you did well to defend the leader's jersey. You took it till the time trial, so I think that was
Yeah,
that was mission completed, I think. Yeah.
yeah, indeed. I think yeah, the team they gave it all, and then yeah, time trial is still a working point, so I lost a lot of time there. But yeah, it doesn't matter. I think we really enjoyed that week, and very sad to hear that Turingen
Yeah.
also in going this year.
Yeah.
Especially the reason why. I mean, oh,
Yeah, indeed.
200K of government money. I
Hard,
mean,
yeah,
seriously. Ah,
hard to hear.
yeah.
Mm.
But yeah, nice memories to
Yeah,
Turingen.
yeah. And then, how do you look back at the start of your season? Pretty good, I think, if we're looking at your results.
Think so too.
Yeah, results doesn't say everything, but the winter went very good. And now the feeling on the bike is also very good. I think I made a good step in comparison to last year. Yeah, the team did that. We had the opportunity to do 3 training camps this winter. So yeah, that was very good. So physically made a big step, and that begins to show also in races, I think.
It's paying off.
Yeah, hard work pays off indeed.
And then if we look forward to the rest of the season, do you have any specific goals for this year?
Um, I think yeah, Tour of Britain is a quite goal. It's a very nice stage race with a parkour who suits me quite well. Last year, yeah, I thought it was a nice, very cool stage race. Um, and then hopefully Tour de France. Um, So yeah, it's like a dream coming true to be at the start there with the team. So yeah, really looking forward to it.
Yeah, I can imagine. And then to just have one question before we take a look at the latest news. What has been the most impressive performance or rider you've seen this season?
Is this hidden Kopecky spam, Saar, that you're adding to the question list?
Maybe, maybe
Should
not.
Margot be careful with her answer?
Yeah, I think besides Lotte, yeah, sorry, Saar,
No,
but
no, no worries, no worries.
Wiebes Lorena is
Yeah, yeah,
like
yeah.
crazy. Yeah, so strong.
Mhm.
Not only her sprint, but yeah, climbing quality is
Yeah.
very strong. I think she will yeah, show a lot more this season.
Yeah,
Yeah, if you don't
absolutely.
make the race extremely hard, it's a lost case against Lorena Wiebes this season.
Yep.
But even in hard races, she
Yeah,
can.
yeah,
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 she's much more than just than a sprinter.
yeah,
So
definitely, yeah,
yeah.
totally, yeah.
Yeah.
So
And then with Wiebes, we can go over to the latest news with her 99th and 100th pro win,
Yeah,
actually. Starting at Brugge-De Panne. I think the most positive thing about that is that it wasn't a crash fest like it was at the Mans.
yeah.
So that's something, I guess. But yeah, what can you do about Wiebes?
No
Nothing.
wind, good weather, no
Yeah.
no attack that succeeded. Yeah, well, told you so
Nice
last
try
week.
from Kat Ferguson. We have to
Yeah,
we have to mention her. That was pretty cool and strong also. But yeah.
and brave.
Mm-hmm. And then it was Consoni on 2, I think, and Balsamo on 3.
yeah,
First
yeah,
time I think Consoni really showed how fast she is again.
yeah. I
Because
expected
she
her
was
much
not,
sooner
yeah,
already. Yeah.
but in Brugge de Pan it was really like, okay. Yeah, so that was, I think, nice to see. I don't know if there's something else you want to add about Brugge de Panne.
No, everyone survived, no hard crashes. So I, I really doubt that it was because of the 100 meters of more nadar they put at the narrow gap there at the end, but
Yeah.
it might have helped. So yeah, predictable
Or
result.
maybe just also seeing what happened the day before, maybe just a little less
yeah,
dangerous riding by the rider itself. I think that did the most there. But
yeah, it's a dangerous situation as well. That specific point
yeah,
as
yeah,
well.
yeah, for
So,
sure.
but yeah, that's the problem with Brugge de Panne when you don't have bad weather, don't have much wind, then it's almost for sure a bunch sprint. And yeah, like we saw already this season, this is Lorena Wiebes to lose, and yeah, that was the case. She won pretty
Indeed.
easily, convincingly.
And then almost not the same scenario, but the same winner again in Gent-Wevelgem. It was for sure, if you watched from the, I think, first camel till like 20k to the finish, then it was very exciting. But like at 20k from the finish, it was, yeah, most teams were just, okay, we'll try to sprint and maybe podium. So that was maybe something that not everyone likes to see, but I think the other kilometers, which we are now forgetting a bit, were pretty exciting. So we actually on the first camel we had pacing by Lotte Kopecky, and like a small group got a bit of a gap. And with the first 7 riders, you were there, Margot.
Yeah, indeed. Quite. Yeah, I was quite surprised also by myself to be in that little group. But yeah, on the big road, I think Elisa Longo Borghini was missing, and she
Yeah.
rode back with I think 20 other riders in her wheel. Yeah, but yeah, nice to be to be in the first group for us.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Yeah.
There wasn't a lot of cohesion, I think, in the group. It was like, or did you feel it differently? Because that's just what we saw, of course. That maybe
yeah,
you were there, so
yeah. First, it was Lotte who was riding, but Misha was there also, Lorena was there, and then two riders of Trek. It's Henderson and uh,
Dijkert is not
name
van
nee?
track.
of Trek.
Oh nee,
Uh,
sorry.
So yeah, I started also working, but then Elina was coming from behind, so she said also, yeah, it doesn't work. It's not up to you. And I thought also, yeah, there were three of SD Works and two of Trek, so yeah, those are the bigger teams. It's up to them to keep the pace high enough to make it difficult for UAE. But yeah, it didn't happen.
yeah.
The big teams don't do the dirty work this season, Margot. You should know already.
But hey, you
Uh,
can't say anything
coming
about SD
clear.
Works actually, right? SD Works really tried, but Little Trek, they were there after a couple of moments. Balsamo was there too. They were with three, and it was like, no, we're not riding. So
Yeah, but
that
why are you
was,
not riding? You're increasing your chances. I mean,
yeah,
okay,
indeed.
you have still Lorena Wiebes and Lotte Kopecky in the front group, but what are you gonna do? Just go back to the bunch, and there's still Lorena Wiebes and Lotte Kopecky there. So I mean,
Indeed.
you're just improving your chances. You just try to make the race hard. I mean, now it's just like, oh, but nah, no, we're not gonna do that. We're gonna wait for the sprint and sprint for second, and that's what you
Yeah,
got in the end. Yeah,
indeed. Yeah.
that's what you got.
But we of course had another camel, and then we had like another different group also with Weebes in there, with Longoborghini, with Dijgert, riders like that. Same story actually. Longoborghini and Dijgert didn't really want to work. So yeah, it's just the same story.
Especially Longoborghini, at that point you should go for it. I mean, that's her
Yeah.
only chance.
Mhm.
Ah,
And also, like, if you want to try to do another attack, because I get it, you don't want to go to the finish with Weebus, but
yeah.
it's easier to get away from a group of 6 than a whole peloton where everyone is preparing their sprint. So yeah, that was a bit meh.
Yeah, exactly. Then maybe a different point of view, Sarah and Margot. Should they keep like races Gent-Wevelgem for women, the women's edition? Should they copy paste the finale of the parkour like the men's race? Or should they just put the hill zone with the camel and everything like closer to the finish and maybe not finish in Wevelgem then maybe? Because that might make the race more interesting, maybe.
Could be. Or
No.
maybe adding after the hill zone, adding some plug streets.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It
Yeah.
would be interesting too. But I would hold the finish line in
Yeah.
Wevelgem, of course.
I understand. And of course, from the point of view of the organization, it's probably impossible.
Yeah.
But that just something I was thinking last
Mhm.
weekend, and then after Milano San Remo as well. It's like you just copy paste the whole finale of the men's race, but the men's race is 300k, and the women's race is much shorter. So the parkour of Milano San Remo, the finale is not hard in a race of 160, 170k, I think, for the top riders of today. So yeah, should you add something in the beginning to make it harder for the women's race? I don't know. I'm just thinking out loud. I don't know. Maybe I'm just
Or some
babbling, but
extra case.
or add some extra K. Yeah, if people start believing that women also can ride 200 kilometers. I'm convinced they can, but I'm not the one who's organizing the races.
It's not that it was the first part wasn't easy either.
Mhm.
yeah, with the moon and
Mm-hmm.
normally that's
Or did we reach a level of in the women's peloton, at least the top tier? Did you all reach a level that you just can digest this type of races easily? I mean, I'm not saying that's very easy, but has the group become too big that can handle this type of distance with this type of difficulties in the race, maybe? That everybody's now looking at each other like, nah,
hmm,
could be.
yeah, could be the top is getting bigger
Mm.
for sure. So yeah, can be in a um yeah.
Mhm. But
Might
let's
be a
be
little.
honest, the meh mood is something that you can find back at a couple of the big riders. Like you said in Gent-Wevelgem, it was Elisa Longoborghini, and then in Binda you saw the same thing with Vollering. So I get to a point, I get what you're saying, but if all the big riders really want to try, you wouldn't really get the same scenario, of course. But
Yeah, I'm still missing Balsar. That's what I said in the last episode. I'm still waiting for it this season. It's I don't know. Yeah, it's
but it will be this Sunday.
it should be. It's a parkour
Yeah.
that's definitely no excuse.
And probably on Wednesday, Wiebes is not riding, so I don't. But yeah, but I mean, as the works is gonna need to race too, because yeah, okay, they can do a bunch sprint with Lotte maybe, but I don't think that that's what they're gonna do. So I mean, they will make the race hard, I think. So there should be, and I think Longoborghini is also gonna want to cooperate with Lotte Kopecky, because if you don't do that, you're also not gonna win. And she will rather do that than work with Wiebes. So I think
Yeah, but the appearance or not of the name of Lorena Wiebes might not be an excuse just to change your attitude. I mean, come on.
Mhm.
yeah.
But yeah, Dwars door Vlaanderen is an open race. It's of course not as heavy as Ronde van Vlaanderen. Probably not as heavy as Gent-Wevelgem as well. So it's a lot of opportunities that Lorena Wiebes isn't there, so no excuse to to wait and
Vos is
attack.
racing again. Reusser
Yeah.
is also racing. So some new names on the start list.
Mm-hmm.
Reusser will want to race, right? I think so. And Vos is also always racing.
Yeah,
So
Vos always. Yeah, I think it's just in her nature. If she steps on a bike, it's to win.
okay, that actually brings us perfectly to the Dwars door Vlaanderen preview.
Yeah.
Very smooth. So as I said, Vos is starting, same as Reusser. Chabet too. We have
She's too light for Dwars door Vlaanderen.
Gekere, Verhulst,
Hmm?
also not
She
bad.
might be interesting.
Yeah,
Gladys Verhulst.
also, yeah. Stand Still started the hype here, and we're starting to see it. So,
And
Shirin
is
van
Coop
Anderen too.
riding?
Yes?
Yes,
Is Coop riding?
that's
Uh,
a special question for Christophe.
Margot listened to the podcast very well. Yes, they are riding.
Oh.
Not 100% sure yet who's gonna start there. But I think Laura Lisette Sander is starting. Yeah, but yeah, it depends on her mood of the day, of course, what she's gonna do. But the rest I'm not sure yet, because the ones listed on the piece on the Pro Cycling Stats, it's just a mix of the Grand Tour selection and the Flemish Classic selection. So not sure
Yeah, the
what they're gonna do.
selections are not really up to date yet.
But watch out for a breakaway. Yeah, for sure.
Just scanning through the participants list. Letitia Paternoster, of course, also very good last year. Yeah, Pieterse, don't know if I mentioned her. Bakstedt, so yeah, nice participants list, I think.
Yeah, then it's rather Zoe Bakstedt than Pieters, I think. It's too easy for Pieters Dwars door Vlaanderen. It's not hard enough.
But we saw Van Vleuten and Vollering win it, so...
Yeah, Vollering. So, okay.
I mean...
She can win anything. Well, if she's smart, if she races smart enough, at least.
But if there's a real race, she can like be up there in the final.
Carlijn
So.
Swinkels.
Yeah,
Dwars door Vlaanderen.
sure.
That's one made for her actually. It's not too heavy, but heavy enough for her.
Yeah. So
Van Empel is still listed, but I don't think
that's not
correct.
gonna happen.
Yeah.
So yeah, also Persico, she had some kind of injury in Binda or something. So will she start? That's the question. Same thing. Actually, that was also something I was wondering. Cole's Lister is for 2 or 3 races every time she's on the participants list, and then she gets taken off. Like also for Gent-Wevelgem.
Oh yeah,
Don't
right. She was back in
know,
Girona, I saw.
Yeah.
I think.
So
Yeah,
that
sure.
was
Not
also
sure what happened.
Yeah. So that was also something that popped into my mind. What's going on there? But no idea actually. But
And
maybe
Cat
we should
Ferguson win
now.
Dwars door Vlaanderen, Saar. Just to wrap it up for Dwars door Vlaanderen. She's crazy
Yeah.
enough to try it.
Why not?
Yeah.
I don't know how bad was her crash
Yeah.
yesterday in Gent-Wevelgem.
She's young, that heals
So
fast.
so that's the case, but yeah, why not?
She's crazy enough to try.
She did DNF, but yeah, I don't know if we can find something on her condition or not. No, her last post was from 2 days ago, so I actually have no idea. So I will leave it at that,
Yeah.
I think.
No
No
Canarieberg. No Canarieberg in the parcours.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Sure.
It's a little change. Because the men don't know how to ride that part of the race. So we skipped it.
But it was decided before last year, huh? The decision was made before the big crash there, so...
Yeah. But still, they crash.
Then, Ronde van Vlaanderen.
Best day of the year.
So, yeah, how are we gonna start? Maybe just saying by last year's winner, Elisa Longoborghini, before Nivea Doma and Van Anrooy. Still remember that move that Van Anrooy was in the leading group and Longoborghini felt the need to close it up to her. But yeah, look, she won, so
Yeah,
can't
the
say
winner is
much
always
about
right.
that. Yes.
Yeah.
And then, of course, in 23 and 22, we had 2 times Kopecky, and then in 21, we had Annemiek van Vleuten. So yeah, it's pretty clear. I think the types we're looking for, if there's a big race, then we're looking at, of course, Lotte Kopecky, but also like Longoborghini, Marianne Vos, Marlen Reusser, Shirin van Anrooy, Nivea Doma. So don't know about Uttrup Ludwig if they will do the same again like they did in Milano Sanremo. Yeah. And then who's also started, don't think Van der Breggen is starting. She's on the participants list, but this race is normally not on her program. Same with Vollering, isn't riding. We have, of course, then maybe we have Letizia Paternoster. Also, another Letizia, Borghesi, also looking good on the camel.
You have Margot Vanpachtebeke.
Yeah,
Jesus,
was just gonna say that.
Come on. You're just shouting out a gazillion of names and then just like, oh yeah, right.
I was just gonna start with some Belgians. Easy. I was gonna say we have Justine Jacquire and Margot Vanpachtebeke, of course. Just be patient.
And Valerie de May also.
Yeah. And Mieke Dox while we're at it. So yeah, did we miss something? Misha Bredewald, someone else from As He Works, also pretty strong.
I think Kopecky is starting, but I'm not sure yet. But yeah, that's just an afterthought. We had Margot Vanpachtebeke, Mieke Dox already, so
I mentioned her as first, but
we have our favorites. Right side, you agree? Yes, you do.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I think that are the main names. Of course, you have someone like Berthaud and Kim de Koer, also someone I should really mention.
Very curious to see how she will fare in Flanders.
Right? Others' prediction, Kim de Koer to win the Tour of Flanders. We will see how accurate that was. If it's as accurate as all our predictions, we won't see it happen this Sunday. But no, she's riding strong. So, and also Marta Cavalli is on the participants list. But good to see her back, actually. Yes,
she's on the list so far.
Yeah. And the Schweinberger too. But yeah, it's Tour of Flanders, so should be an exciting race, right?
Always, yeah, should be. And the parcours is perfect for to not repeat this season's scenario. So it's like the finish of Quaremont, the top of Quaremont is like how much? 13 kilometers, 13k before the finish, something like that. Another 10, 13 or something like that. So that's, I mean, plenty of time to place the attack. Oh no, it's Paterberg, the last one, of course, obviously. Yeah. So it, yeah. It offers plenty of opportunities. So yeah, let's hope we see a hard race. Between the favorites, and Margot in a breakaway or Margot in the attack. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I hope so. Yeah. Today I did a reckon, and the hill zone is a bit it's a bit another after the Molenberg. Normally we went to the right straight to Bierendries, and now we do like a little loop extra. Also, the Eikenberg is added, so yeah, it will be, I think, a bit harder. And hope to see firework.
Yeah, we too.
Nice.
And we see some. I really see some possibilities for you, Margot.
Yeah.
The way you're riding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where do you see some opportunity?
When you're over the Berendries, yeah, for sure. Why not? Or even before, and then in the early breakaway, if you're allowed to go on an early breakaway from peloton, because that's not a given today either.
Yeah, maybe to find a moment to anticipate. Why not?
Yeah.
And maybe they have their mathematics wrong again, and you get 13 minutes and you win Tour of Flanders.
Yeah, ideal scenario. No. I'm fine.
Yeah, ideal scenarios.
But maybe we can go to our predictions. I don't know. Do you want to start, Margot?
Ooh, yeah. It was 1, 5, 10.
Yeah.
Yeah, I truly believe in Lotte for one.
Yay!
5, I would say Chabet, Elise Chabet. And 10, Misha.
Nice.
Nice. Nice. You're waiting for me? Yeah, you want to finish with Lotte Kopecky as winner? Yeah, of course.
I
Of course,
just know you're gonna ruin the moment, so go
because I
first,
have
please.
to. I mean, it's too easy to say Lotte as well. I mean, somebody
Says
needs
the
to.
one who picked Lorena Wiebes for Gent-Wevelgem.
Yeah, yeah. But sometimes, yeah, sometimes the mind is taking entirely over. Yeah. No, then I go for Longoborghini if she's okay after
Back
Gent-Wevelgem
to
this
back.
weekend. Hmm? Yeah.
Back to back.
Yeah, she's strong enough. She's showed already. At least, well, if she's 100% okay, of course, after Gent-Wevelgem. But then on 5, uh, let's go for Kim LeCour. Yeah, go for it. And on 10, Shirin van Anrooy.
Nice.
Yeah.
So I will start with the most surprising, of course. Lotte
Wait for
Kopecky
it.
on 1. Third time, good time, right? I'm just gonna keep predicting it. So we'll now go over to the exciting part. On 5, I'm going with Letizia Borghesi. Yeah. And on 10, how could I not go with Margot Vanpachtebeke?
No,
Yes. It
Only
all
10.
starts with manifesting, Margot. Come on.
If you want to start a hashtag too, for
Yeah.
the rest of the week.
Just gotta ask.
We make you trending on the socials.
Wow.
We
Oh,
just need
nice.
a dog,
Thank
and then it's trending. Like
you.
I was filming. I was just waiting after the interview zone, and Lotte was there with the dog, petting it, and with Lorena's dog actually. I was filming it, and
Oh,
immediately it became very trending. We're about, I don't know, close to 40,000 views, so it works.
oh, the video went viral.
A good tip, Margot, pet the dog. If you see one. You don't need to write top 10s, just pet the dog.
But yes, it should be an exciting race.
Listeners, I mean, I follow Margot and Saar. It's actually it. Let's be honest, it's Lotte's to lose this weekend. The form she's showing the last couple of weeks, but I just have to, just for the sake of the podcast.
So yeah, that's it for the latest news, I think, and the previews.
Team Coop is riding Tour of Flanders as well. Just saying.
Oh.
Just saying.
Little round of applause. Do you need to say anything? Do you need to mention your new hashtag again, or?
Yeah, Team Coop, Wildcard Tour de France Femme, of course. Sure. Sure. You didn't start it yet, Saar. I mean, come on.
Sorry, we had too much. We had better content.
Oh, hey, that's hard. That's hard.
But now back to the other questions, maybe. So Margot, do you have any hobbies besides cycling?
Yeah, I really like to spend some time in the kitchen, making good food. My boyfriend Leonard is a farmer's son, so he got his own vegetables, so it's really nice to make some good meals. And besides that, just being outside, helping at the farm. Last couple of weeks and months, I haven't been a lot of time. I didn't have time home, but when I have, it's nice to spend some time with family and friends. And my brother has 2 children, twins of 5 years old. So it's nice to do some nice things with them also.
It's good to see Auntie Margot.
Did you see the pictures of in Gent-Wevelgem with the little Volker Wessel shirt on?
Yeah,
It's
super
so
cute.
So cute.
Yeah, they were all the time. They were like going. It's like you have this like kind of a little bit. Yeah, hill is exaggerating, but you clearly have like a difference in on surface level, and they were the whole time they were going up, down, up, down. Super cute.
Oh.
And then we have actually two standard questions that we ask every guest. You're not too long, of course, in women's cycling, but how do you think it has evolved in the recent years?
Yeah, it's a bit hard to say because I'm only 3 years in the peloton. But for sure, the level is extremely high, and it keeps on growing. But not only the top riders are growing, I think those just below also make great steps, and yeah, you see a lot of girls also go to on a altitude camp and spend a lot of yeah time and energy and searching for those marginal gains. So yeah, it's only interesting for the evolution.
And then maybe a question that's easier to answer from you. What do you think? Where is the improvement that can be made in and around women's cycling?
I think it would be good to have like kind of voice of riders or ex-riders who can go in discussion with the organization of races. Just yeah, for safety, and just to give an example, like Koppenberg and Tour of Flanders, if you see like the women peloton running uphill, no, it's not a view that you want to see. So do you need the Koppenberg really in a race with a woman? And I rode Tour of Flanders the past 2 years, and every year that was a point that I never saw the head of the race again. So that's so stupid. That's yeah, such moments just yeah. So yeah, a clear voice that would be good, I think.
Yeah, nice. And then something completely different. What's the best thing cycling has brought into your life?
Also a good question. Uh, yes, cycling. I think cycling is just much more than riding a bicycle and all things around. Like I met my boyfriend Leonard on a race bike, and then also yeah, the emotions around the atmosphere around cycling, all the fans, yeah, sport emotions are just the most pure emotion you can have, and when you see that with your um with yeah people, family, friends who are so close to you, yeah, it's yeah, I think the most beautiful thing there is around cycling.
That's a nice answer, Margot. And then just let's make just a little sidestep to the national team, to the girls in blue, we should call you. That
Yeah.
last year you were part of Team Belgium for the first time at the Olympics. How was that experience participating in the Olympics?
Yeah, correctly. That was quite special to like pin for the first time pin a number on a blue suit. So yeah, that came very unexpected, and but when I knew that I was selected, yeah, everything I did was just to be as good as possible at the Olympics. So yeah, the experience was so unique. So yeah, you're at the biggest sport event in the world, and yeah, I was quite aware of that, and yeah, just enjoyed every moment there. It was also a very good group with the girls. Yeah.
Did you get the opportunity to enjoy the experience to the fullest, or weren't you there long enough in the Olympic Village? Or did you have some time to like get to
No,
know other sports, other athletes?
yeah, we were, I think in total, 1 week there. So yeah, we had a lot of time. Also, we went to the athletics. So Duplantis breaking a record in the real life. So yeah, we had the full experience. Also in the Olympic Village, uh, Julia and Justine, they were also like very curious to what happened there, and yeah.
What happens in the Olympic Village stays in the Olympic Village. Maru, don't tell
Yeah.
anything about it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, sure. And then later on, then that year, you also raced in Zurich last year, where Lotte became world champion for the second time in a row. What was it like to be the part of that national team during such a successful period? I can imagine the Olympics was already very special, but you missed probably the icing on the cake with Lotte, but then you went to Zurich and boom, there it was.
Yeah, so yeah, that was also so special. Um, Maybe emotional a bit more than Olympics because of the year before missing Glasgow.
On top
And
of
then
that,
now,
yeah,
yeah, that was quite. I was maybe, it's strange to say, maybe more happy to be in the selection of Zurich. Um, yeah, just because of the background. Um, and also wanted to be as good as possible for sure, to help Lotte as good as possible. And it was, very, how do you say that, a pity of that I had a broken spoke at 20K, and my race was, quite fast over. So yeah, that was not so nice, but yeah, just being in the same team as Lotte, it's just crazy, and a great honor to just ride for such a champion. Also, on the bike and also off the bike, it's just such a great person, such a hard worker. Um, yeah, moments to capture.
yeah, I can imagine. Just like you said, she's not only the world champion on a bike, but she's also a wonderful person on and off the bike too, as a
For sure.
personality. I think she's very rewarding to you, to the girls in her team, isn't she?
Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure. Yeah, I think Justine did there. She had like 20
20 lives, yeah.
lives. Yeah.
She died a
Um,
million times.
yeah, indeed. So she was very grateful for that for sure. Um,
And Justine wanted the after party. Let's be honest. That's why she died a million times.
yeah.
Oh, nice.
And then maybe over to some bonus questions. I'm actually very grateful for the very informative website of Volker Swessels, where we learned you can't live without peanut butter.
How do you know that?
Yeah, it's on the side, and
It's all
it's
in
like some
public.
kind of introduction on the side.
Oh, I didn't know that. Um, yeah, peanut butter. I really like peanut butter. Um, and yeah, also with Lonneke in the team now, Lonneke Uneken, she learned every team member to make like sourdough bread on your own, and like a loaf of sourdough bread, fresh with peanut butter and then some sliced banana. It's so good. Yeah.
The Volker Wessels classic.
Yeah.
Oh, sounds awful to me.
Maybe it's typically Dutch. I don't know. Probably.
So now we dropped the name Volkens Vessels. How is it how is it to be part of the team?
Um, yeah, it's now my third year in the team, and yeah, I really like it. I'm on my place there. It's a great atmosphere. Um, yeah, it's difficult to explain like in English, but it's just a nice place to grow, to develop, in when you have the space, uh, and the confidence of the team. I know it's not the biggest team or with the biggest budget, but with things they have, they try to do it as good as possible, and yeah, they are also growing and developing. And now this year we have Janneke, nutritionist, Janneke Ensing with the team, also Marike as a mental mentor or coach, how you want to call it. So yeah, the team is also making steps, and it's going in the right direction.
I think it's a good
Nice.
place to be as a young rider, Marhu. It's
Yeah,
not the biggest team, but you ride all the
Mhm.
classics. You ride
we have a
like yeah,
we have a very good program,
yeah. And
and
you also ride point two races as well, just if
yeah.
you want to develop or if you want to go like you did last season in Tuscany. Like it's easy
For sure.
to take a leader role in a smaller race and then just learn how to cope with that. So yeah,
hmm
I think it's
For sure.
good for development. Volker
It's just
Wessels.
a really nice mix, and yeah, couldn't imagine a better team to be in. Also, yeah, like the DSs have also a lot of experience in tactics and stuff, and how to create like a bit, yeah, a good team with the girls. I think it's also very important, and I also
Mhm.
with the typically Dutch mentality also, uh, so straight, directly. It's nice.
Mhm. Now something you probably can't tell too much about it, but since last year's autumn, I've kind of been manifesting Margot Vanpachtebeke to a world tour team. I think by now, Christophe, we can agree that she must have appeared on the radar of some big world tour teams. Do you ideally see you evolve to a world tour team in the near future?
No, not immediately.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
No, yeah, for sure. Uh, it's not a goal to be in a
Mm-hmm.
world tour team. I think if you are in a place where you're comfortable and you have a nice program and you have a nice environment, and when you, yeah, totally could be yourself, yeah, then I think it's good, and you can still still grow and develop. So it's certainly not a must to be in a World Tour team.
Mm-hmm.
And you feel comfortable and at home at Volker Wessels because you like sourdough bread with peanut butter and bananas on it. So that speaks much about your integration, your level of integration into a Dutch team.
Yeah. When I came be home, I sometimes like also speak a bit Dutch, and then my boyfriend say like, "Oh, you can just speak normal."
Does he even understand as a West Flemish guy?
Yeah. No, once a West Flemish,
Yeah.
always.
And then we talked about your goals already, but what's next on the program for you?
Of races.
Yes.
Yeah, next Sunday Tour of Flanders. Then we have Brabantse Pijl. Then Amstel and Leuk. No Flash. And then I think LC Jacobs in Luxembourg. And then some races in France, I think, and then a little period of rest, just to work towards the tour, I think, and Tour of Britain also.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you shouldn't forget that one. He's marked on your calendar, so don't forget to go.
No, it's in red.
That's great. Then, Sarah, I think that's a wrap for this episode. And we have just two things to say. Like, first of all, we're all looking forward to the holiest of holidays for our Flemish people with Tour of Flanders upcoming Sunday. That's like national holiday. And then, of course, most important, we should say a big thank you for Margot for her appearance on today's podcast. It was very insightful. It's very good to have an up-and-coming Belgian talent in our podcast. Let's see if you go for the top 10 this weekend, Margot.
Yeah, we're manifesting it. Come on.
I will try my best, and
Of course,
thank you guys for having me.
Thank you, and keep going strong, Margot.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, guys, that's a wrap for episode 22 of She Rides. Thanks for joining us. I hope you enjoyed the ride.
Absolutely. Women's cycling is packed with action, and we're here to bring you every twist and turn.
Be sure to subscribe on Spotify, Amazon Music, Apple Podcasts, or YouTube so you don't miss upcoming episodes. And if you like today's show, a rating, like, or comment really helps us reach more listeners.
Follow us on Blue Sky and Instagram for behind-the-scenes updates, our hashtag #GuessTheGuest game, and more.
Thanks to Margot for joining us today, and don't hesitate to share your questions or topics you'd like us to cover.
Stay tuned for more exciting guests and join our prediction competition. Tag She Rides podcast on Blue Sky to show off your knowledge, and She Rides is powered by KDM Endurance Coaching.
Thanks for listening to She Rides, a podcast where women's cycling takes you. Keep watching the fun, and we'll catch you in the next one. Bye-bye.
Bye.